All right, I'm here with senior defensive end Landon Decker. Just kind of give us your overall thoughts on the game this weekend against Peru State.
Yeah, Peru State, we're away. It's their homecoming in the Oak Bowl. Option football, it's always a physical matchup, and we're looking forward to the great atmosphere and a chance to make up for last week.
Yeah, so right now you lead the team with 2.5 sacks. How are you so successful with your pass rush?
I think a lot of it comes from my interior D linemen. They do a really great job of releasing the quarterback and just giving me good opportunities to rush off the edge and make a play.
And then Peru State, they just kind of throw the ball around a lot, run the ball pretty well. What are some keys to the game this Saturday that you think would be helpful?
The biggest key for us defensively is to stop the dive, stop their option football, and keep them throwing the ball and doing things that they don't want to do. But as a whole, just coming together as a team, really creating a family and making up for last week.
And then the weather this weekend kind of looks like there's a chance that it might rain. Will the rain be a positive or negative factor for the defense?
I think the rain will be a positive factor for the defense. In option football, you have to transition the ball a lot, so it'll give us opportunities to make plays on fumbles and make good hits.
Awesome. Thank you.
Baker Wildcats on the road at 2 o'clock coming up. They'll be at the Oak Bowl coming up on Saturday afternoon, take on Peru State. And Peru State's getting better. They've won 2 straight football games. Last week, they picked up 3 fumble recoveries. They blocked a punt. They blocked a field goal. They're getting better. Why?
Yeah, I think they're a good football team. They've always been sound. We've caught them with injuries through the years. You know, the quarterback might be down. They might, with their style of offense, you never know what's going to go on with their personnel. And in the past, we've had a quarterback or 2 down. But from what I see is they're healthy. They've got 2 good outside guys that have great speed. Quarterback likes to get it to the perimeter, whoever's playing, there's 2 of them. They actually have a throwing quarterback.
Right, they do.
So I think offensively they're clicking. And then defensively they had some injuries early. So if you go back and watch tape, they've got guys that were playing linebacker now playing defensive end. Safeties that were playing safety now down to linebacker. So that tells me they're a faster team on defense.
Now they play the wishbone. You played it a couple of times. Doesn't that help you?
Yeah, but anytime you face that thing twice a year, you're nervous. It's their homecoming. We're going there after a loss. They got a big win on the road. And so it's quite a challenge for our team. Defensively, you know, Coach Thorne always does a nice job with scheme and prepares his guys against the wishbone. Their style is a little scarier because they've got great speed out here and a really good fullback. And so they got all the ingredients for a good wishbone team. And then offensively, we got to protect our guy, let him throw the ball standing upright, and then we got to get our run game going.
That's the biggest thing. To me, you've got to get more good blocking up front. And 50 yards rushing on 35 carries, BC had 269. That killed us in the game Saturday.
Yeah, you look at that stat, and you know that's a difference in the game. We haven't turned the ball over. Since the Grandview game, a couple fumbles, but those are going to happen. Yeah, we got to get JD going, and then that'll open up everything else for us. Could be rain on Saturday, so that could be another element that makes it interesting.
Who do you think that favors, the offense or the defense?
Well, I think that favors the defense. And I think it might hurt us a little trying to throw the ball. So it's going to make both teams secure the football and run the ball well.
Brandon Mueller, the last 3 games, last game he went 22 for 33. He's had 9 touchdowns, no picks. Why is he much more accurate?
He's conscious of protecting the football, but the layman is sitting there looking at his stats and saying, why are they struggling a little offensively? He probably made 5 errors Saturday, and they were crucial. And it was pre-snap errors that nobody's going to know unless you know our offense and what we're trying to do. And it was simple stuff, correctable, mentally, pre-snap, and I expect him to take a step in the right direction this week there. And once he accomplishes that type of stuff, this guy's the limit. You know, he's a very talented young man. Marco's prepared,
Right.
and you know, it's Brandon's job, but we've got to produce, and we've got to score points. If we're not scoring points, Marco's ready.
Yeah, you're right. Let's take a look at your linebackers. I take a look at it. Keegan, right now, #2 in the country as far as tackles. Rincon made 15 tackles. Indy in the middle, he's been your top football player. Have you had a better brace of linebackers than the big three?
From smarts to instincts to athleticism, no. In all three positions, you know, those guys make a lot of plays. In this type of game, it's even bigger. You know, they're going to nullify each other up front for the most part, and are the linebackers getting off cut blocks and flowing and making plays from the inside out. And I think that's crucial. I think John Rincon is big this game.
Oh, man.
I think Mike Keese Adams is big this game because he's going to be an ultra linebacker down in the box. So you've got the two outside guys that I think are crucial. I know Indy and Keegan will be flying around and making plays.
You said after the game you're great concern about this week. Will our football team come together? Mentally, are they in good shape?
Yeah, I mean, Sunday was good. Sunday was a therapy session for all. And then they came back, we give them Monday off.
Right.
And we had a JV game, we got a win, which is always nice, and the young guys got to play. And played Ottawa, our rival, and played real well. And then Tuesday they came back, and you know, where I saw they're starting to come together, I didn't have to initiate some of the leadership. So Tuesday I let them, after practice, kind of separate, go their coaches, and some of our seniors wanted to group up and talk a little. So they came together and did that on their own, which was nice. And yesterday I felt like you could see it coming together again. So it's it's one of those things, Tom, with this group. The sky's the limit, and they're fun to coach, and they're great kids, but it's on them. It's on them how good they want to be, and I feel like our seniors are starting to figure out, hey, we don't have much time. You know, there's about guaranteed 6 weeks left in this thing, and it's up to us to see how far we want to go.
Last year, crazy game. Baker won 65-42. We picked up over 500 yards. Will it be a high-scoring game, or do you think a low-scoring game?
I think a lower scoring game. That's safe to say. I mean, a lot lower. I think both teams are playing at a pretty good level. It's a big game for both. You know, it's the last game before we go into conference, and they're very disciplined. And so we're going to have to play disciplined football, protect it, and when we get in the red zone, get some points.
Should be a great football game. It'll be a 2 o'clock kickoff. Our broadcast will be at 1:30 on Saturday. It'll be on www.bakerradio.org. So join you at that time, the Baker Wildcats against Peru State.